guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk about the wonderful world of Aurorealis. So this channel is all about my first ever attempt at writing a fantasy novel titled Aurorealis. And today's video we're going to be talking about the titles of the series, like each individual book title and what I think I'm going to be writing, because right now I'm still working on like the pre-outline to prepare for the outline of the entire series and then start book one. So because I'm doing this so I can avoid plot holes or as many as possible, and I already caught like 3, so this process is working. But before we get to that, if you need a recap, if this is your first time here, you don't know what the heck my novel is about, you can go click on this video and I basically give you a brief 2-minute synopsis about the book. And just to recap for everyone else, or just to recap for the newcomers, Aurorealis is about a girl named Imani who is about to enter her senior year of college with a secret she was scared to tell her father. But her plans to come clean was interrupted as she went to her father's lab without anyone knowing and accidentally activated a machine that was a portal to another planet called Aurorealis. She meets a ragtag team of friends who want to try and help her get back to Earth, except there's one problem. No one on this planet even believes aliens exist, and space travel and portal jumping is complete science fiction to them. So now Imani is on a race against a clock that she doesn't even know is ticking, as mysteries of this planet start to unfold and reveal itself to the group. That's basically the gist of the story, and then she begins her adventure. Okay, so these are my working titles that I have for my series. Now, I know you guys see here that there are not going to be 9 books. This is not 100% determined yet because, again, I need to finish my pre-outline, then work on my outline, and then that will determine how many books there actually are going to be. This is just me kind of spacing out the different kingdoms and things like that. So part of the pre-outline process. But anyway, let's jump into this. So at the top here, these are titles that I am definitely going to be having. 2 of these are 100% confirmed. 2 other ones I think I might alter a little bit. So we have Aurorealis, Trials of the Grim Whisper Hollows. This is going to be the first book. This is not changing. I'm so excited for you guys to know what the heck are the Grim Whisper Hollows anyway. Like, I can't wait for you guys to like find out what it is, but to give you a teeny tiny hint, it's basically kind of like a dark forest type of situation, but mixed with trials. Now, I know right now, especially with fantasy, it's very popular to add trials to everything. This is not the type of book you're thinking. There's no death game. There's no death battle royale. No one's supposed to be dying during these trials. It's more like a Percy Jackson type of trials versus Hunger Games. And I know the so I know the Percy Jackson, they can still die and whatever. It's kind of like a hero's journey test. So this isn't the actual hero's journey. It's just the test for the hero's journey about whether or not if you think you can complete it type of situation. That's all I'm going to give you guys. So this is not like the typical, oh my God, we're going to die. It's just basically a series of tests to prove her worthiness type of situation. But it's more, you know what? Let me not tell you anything else because I'm gonna spoil it. Okay, so the next one is gonna be Aurorealis and the Maritime Behemoth Islands. I am so excited for this art. This I do think is gonna be towards the ends, as you see here around like book 8. Again, this is not down here, is not in the definite order, but basically this is another title. I have these islands. You guys can kind of guess by the word Maritime, Behemoth, and Islands. Again, this is a very Percy Jackson Sea of Monsters-esque. I'm not gonna give you guys any other details. It's not exactly that, so I don't want you guys think that I'm just like, you know, ripping off Percy Jackson. I'm not. I swear to goodness, this was literally just a coincidence. It wasn't until I started thinking about it, I say, oh, this is kind of like Percy Jackson. Again, it was just a coincidence. But yeah, next we have Aurorealis, War with the. So I can't actually tell you what the War with the is because that will actually be a spoiler, because it's something that I'm something building up throughout the series in the background. So pay attention to what I just said. Something building up in the background. And you'll notice it throughout all the book. This is why I'm doing the pre-outline and then the actual outline. So I can make sure I get all of my foreshadowing, all of my like little things in the background starts to, and you be like, oh my god, in book 1 she said this, oh my god, in book 1 she said, you know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm doing. To like literally guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, everything that I say in the Trials of Grim Whisper Hollows will reveal everything that's happening in all the other books. Literally, I'm kid you not, because I'm just writing outline of the entire series. So I'm just writing one book and the next one. So I'm literally foreshadowing everything that will be happening in all of these books, all be revealed in book 1. But it's going to be like, you know, little things, just little tiny things that when you read book 4, they're gonna be like, oh my god, wait a minute, did she say something in book 1? Oh my god, she told us from the beginning. So basically like that kind of situation. I'm so hyped. Anyway, next, so I'm actually gonna change this name because it's a little hard to say. It's basically West African, basically the name of their god in this world. Now my book is not overly religious, it's just kind of like throughout the book here and there's like mention of like their god's teachings or the moral code, blah blah blah, but it's not something that I'm like heavily, it's not heavily religious or anything like that. There's no religious code or anything like that. I'm not doing any of that stuff, but it's like I'm having it like little sprinkles of like stories, kind of like a Bible Quran type thing where it's like, oh, our Lord and Savior teaches us blah 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 blah. Okay, and yes, it's a woman, of course. This world is very matriarchal. Yeah, I'm not gonna give any details about that because I want that to be something that you guys actually like, oh, I see how this works. But yeah, this name is gonna change, and I think I'm gonna change the entire title of the last book. I'm not really feeling the whole blank final decree. Yeah, because it's not really about the god anyway. But yeah, anyway. So these are like confirmed titles. Now these in the bold are basically side stories. Probably gonna be novellas most likely, not full blown 800,000, 600,000 words. Somewhere between the first and second book, I will be mentioning these other types of trials. Now these is called the Arcadium trials. So these are like basically the Olympics. So again, there's no death battle royale, anything like that. It's just the characters doing like a mini Olympics thing, but this is not like a huge part of the story, just like a little, basically like a little side quest, like a filler arc, like a mini filler arc basically. And it's gonna be mentioned probably book 2, I think, and I'm gonna have like a few scenes of like the competitions or whatever, and then the characters gonna move on to like the overarching story in the next book. I really kind of want to like write like what type of events that they have, because they're going to be different from the actual Olympics, because obviously it's another planet, different world, so they should be different. And I have like so many ideas of like different competition stuff, so I think I want to have a whole side story where it's basically the entire thing is like what happened during every event in the Arcadian trial. So I'm excited for that. This I would only write if my story if my book actually becomes very popular. Oh, am I writing this? So it's basically a filler book. So it's basically right now it's titled Untold Side Adventures, or maybe I just call it Side Venture. I don't know. Maybe I'll call it something else. I mean, this is years in the making. So basically, you know how like in a book where it's like in one chapter it's just like, you know, stuff happened, and then the next chapter it's like 2 weeks have gone by and now they're blah 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 blah. So basically this is like what happened in those 2 weeks. So basically what this is all the stuff where there's a time skip, like what actually happened during all these mini time skips basically. And most of it's probably just gonna be like fun stories, like all the little in between things. And then I mean some might be like if I actually skip something in the main story about like something that happened and just do flashback, I'll probably just actually write what actually happened during those moments. And then this one is not a spoiler per se, because the moment this character gets introduced, Quran, it's gonna be blatantly obvious. Like I'm making it so obvious that he has history with Aidi. It's literally obvious. It's gonna be obvious throughout the whole book. It's literally not that much of a spoiler, to be quite honest, because the moment he comes on screen, it's obvious that's his boo thing from the past, and they still have boo thing feelings for each other.
So again, I'm only writing this, actually any of these, if my story actually becomes popular. And it's basically a whole book of like their love story, basically. I mean, I guess I kind of just spoiled that they stay together. Anyway, and then the last one, this is a working title. It's called Mindscape Aurora High. So basically, this is my idea I just randomly had. Basically, this is fan fiction of my own novel. This is fan fiction of my own novel. So I have a character that does like, gets into your mind, like can plant memories or plant false memories in your head, things like that. I was like writing a scene where they get into the main character's mind. Because she's from another planet, means that they have cars, they have technology, they have things that do not exist, that are not even heard of on this planet. So basically, when she gets into her mind, Imani obviously tries to fight it, and the other character is confused, like, what is, I don't understand what I'm seeing. They don't understand, they can't comprehend what's going on, and it basically distracts them, and Imani kind of like fights back in her mind, and then accidentally, because this character is kind of like one of the, you know, kind of like the secretly more powerful than they think they are, they accidentally, Imani's mind, this character's mind kind of melds together, and they accidentally bring all of the main characters and a few of the side characters into a fake world version of like Earth. So it's basically she accidentally transports everyone's mind onto Earth, but again, it's like a fake version, and in this version, all the characters are aged down to like high school, because my main characters are all like 20s, in their 20s and up. Everyone's grown, but basically ages everyone down. The main characters are all like in high school, and the high school is called Aurora High, Aurorealis, duh. The MC, Imani, she's like a new student in this international school, since my cast is very diverse. There's this international school where they get all of the best people from all over the world, either intellectually, sport, talents, like doesn't matter what it is. It's basically a school for the best of the best kinds of people. And some of the characters make sense that they get in. Other characters, people just like, how did you even get into this school? And Imani's basically the new kid. She's like intellectual genius. That's how she got in. And basically all the other characters are like friends. She's like the new kid. And the character that like started the whole mindscaping thing, they're the only one who realizes that this is a fake world. When she like touches the main character, Imani, it basically causes like a disruption, because Imani also has her memories like wiped and thinking that this is real, but it caused some kind of rift in the mind of the character that started this, and basically this character forgets everything as well. And then every issue, basically a different character in the series kind of starts getting this weird sensation that something is wrong, something isn't right, something is off. And then just as they're about to figure out that they're in some weird mindscape, something distracts them, like, oh, maybe they get hit in the head with a ball, or maybe another character starts shouting their name really loudly and it like zaps them out of it. So that's basically how this side series will keep going and going. They'll just be stuck in this like world, and then the last issue, it'll be all of the characters at some point is starting to feel it at the same exact time, which is actually starting to have this world crumble. Like things, you know, are like wigging out, basically. Like things aren't making sense now. You know, the world is starting to crash. You know, random things are in places they shouldn't be. And then eventually they break out of the mindscape and they get transplanted back to the real world. It's like 5 minutes has gone by in real time. They were like trapped there for like 4 years, basically. No one remembers what happened, but they feel something, but they forget everything that happened in those 4 years. And that's my fan fiction of my own story. Again, I'm only writing this if my story actually blows up, and I'm actually, out of all these side stories, that is the one I'm most hyped about. So I really, guys, please support my novel when I finally finish it, because I really want to do it. I think you guys would like it too. Anyway, so now we're gonna get to the book topics. Actually, I decided to do a part 2, and everything you see written for book 1 to book 9 will actually be in a separate video, so definitely come back and check that out, okay? Anyway, yeah, so that is everything. All my ideas for my novels, those side stories and the book titles, and I'm super excited. I'm so excited for you guys to learn anything about my book. And that's all for now. So enjoy and come back later. Bye.
So yeah, those are my titles for my book. Those are my ideas for things to come with Aurorealis. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're excited. I'm so excited. I just need to finish this outline. Damn it! I need to finish my pre-outline so I can get to the outline so I can get to book 1. Taking so long. But anyways, see you guys next time, and enjoy Aurorealis, and check out the other videos too. And like and subscribe and all that jazz. Oh, and Patreon as well. Oh, and this video is sponsored by Shantae's Travel Things, the only website where you can get everything you need for your next upcoming trip, whether it's backpacks, duffel bags, neck pillows, sleep masks, fanny packs, passport wallets, everything you need, get it at shantaestravelthings.com.